President Cyril Ramaphosa has received letters of credence from 18 diplomatic heads of mission at the Sefako Makgatho guest house in Tshwane. Our senior political reporter, Ziyanda Ngcobo, is there. Ziyanda, good evening. What's happening there tonight?
A very good evening to you, Stephen. Well, the President receiving those letters of credence, as you've mentioned, and each one of those mission designates declaring and pledging to work well with South Africa. And during his short remarks, Stephen, I must say that President Cyril Ramaphosa acknowledging the load-shedding crisis that we're currently gripped with, telling the diplomats here today that the country is working on this, amongst other things. But let me bring in the High Commissioner of Mozambique to South Africa. That's Ms. Maria Lucas, and perhaps as our neighbor in the SADC region, you could talk about your main mission as you take on this journey with South Africa.
Good evening, the viewers and South Africans. It's an honor for me to serve Mozambique, to represent Mozambique in the Republic of South Africa. You know that South Africa for us is one of the strategic countries, one of the biggest countries. We have the biggest mission here. We have the biggest diaspora. We have the trade and the commerce that definitely is huge. So the challenge there, they are really huge also. So the priority that I am having here, the first one is to work with South Africa to see if you can help South Africa as far as electricity is concerned. You know that South Africa, we provide the energy and electricity from Kabarabasa, but also there are projects undergoing in negotiation with South Africa as far as Temane project, also Pandakua project. So we whatever is happening in South Africa, it's affecting Mozambique. So anything that happens in South Africa is also our challenge, and so we really want to work with South Africa to see if we can solve this problem. The other issue is immigration. As I said, we have the biggest diaspora of Mozambique here in South Africa. So they are contributing to the economy of South Africa, but definitely there is a need also to help South Africa to see how can we organize. We have a lot of undocumented Mozambicans. We have a lot of children that are born from undocumented Mozambicans that we have to find a way and sit down with South Africa and dialogue and see how can we solve this issue.
I mean, you've said what happens in South Africa affects Mozambique, but also what happens in Mozambique affects South Africa. Even when we talk about issues of climate change, you're currently dealing with the loss of lives after Cyclone Freddy, and our president has extended his condolences to the Republic of Mozambique. When you look then at the efforts to deal with climate change, especially as a SADC region, as a bloc, what would be the discussions that you enter into with South Africa? We've also had our own floods as well, where nearly 400 people died last year.
I think we have a lot to do. Definitely you spoke about the Cyclone Freddy. That is the longest cyclones that we're really witnessing. We thought it has already gone, but it came back and is devastating the central part of Mozambique, especially Zambezia and Quilimane. Now that we are speaking now, they are trying to see there is no electricity, there is no communication, house devastated, and people real dead. So we know that South Africa always has been there when we have all these defeats or challenges. They were there when it was Idai, and now also they came to us. They said that they are ready. There is an organization that is well known here. I think it's Gift to Forgive Us. They came to us. They said that they're really ready with the government of South Africa to ready to go and help us. As far as climate change, we also, for all of us, our countries, we are talking about transitions, energies, but we know that we still need to develop our countries. So there is a lot of debate, discussion about the coal. Mozambique also are using our coal. But definitely we are going now for the green energies. South Africa, now I was here when I arrived here on the 1st of February. I really followed the speech of the President on the SONA, and they spoke about all the incentive that they're giving for the, for the green energy. Definitely, it's what all our country are trying to do. And then he spoke today here about the regional integration, especially for SADC. Although definitely we have to start from the start point that is regional, but we have to go to continental. We have a free trade agreement that also we have to take advantage of that.
All right, lots of work and lots of communication in store between at least one of the 18 countries that were here today, but Mozambique and South Africa. Very interesting that there are a lot of similarities in terms of the discussions. Just energy transition is what Ms. Maria Lucas just touched on there. And also, Cyclone Freddy, as you'll know, that over 140 lives have been lost as a result of the cyclone. And really, we also had a similar situation with the floods. So the effect of climate change vis-a-vis and as a part of the larger conversation about, clean, green energy. Stephen Curtis.
Thank you very much indeed, Ziyanda Ngcobo, our senior political reporter at the Presidential Guest House.